Next up, this guy could just be China's answer to Bear Grylls. Ranger Sun Guoliang spends his days and sometimes nights patrolling remote wilderness areas. And it's not just forests which Sun keeps us on. It's poachers too. Let's find out more.
This is spruce, this is pine, and this is cypress and elm. They all belong to our nature reserve. It's our obligation to protect them.
Sun Guoliang is a man of the wild.
We rarely go back home. I can spend at most 3 to 4 days a month at home.
Okay, look at that.
While we've all heard of adventurer Bear Grylls, this is one rugged ranger who could give the British adventurer a run for his money.
I like to challenge my limitations. I don't pick works. If others are not willing to do it, I'll take it. I think I'm quite stubborn and I enjoy challenging myself.
A forest ranger in China's remote Alishan Mountains, Sun spent the last 24 years patrolling these wild hillsides, on the lookout for any signs of trouble. With a massive patch to patrol, Sun has had to learn to fend for himself in this desert mountain range, which borders Inner Mongolia in far north China.
If we cannot finish the patrolling that day, we have to sleep in the mountains. If we don't carry tents, we have to rest in a small cave in the mountains. One day we had no water, and we looked around and found a spring. But it was very cold, and the spring froze, so we could only eat biscuits with ice.
But it's not just the elements Sun must brave. Here's what happened to 3 armed poachers who got in his way.
I climbed on a huge rock and found them underneath. The rock was as tall as a bungalow, but I directly jumped off. They were astonished. I snatched their guns and bungled one of them to the ground.
Sun learnt some of his survival skills from his father, who was also a forest ranger here in the Alishan National Nature Reserve. After graduating from high school in 1989, he decided to follow his father into the wilderness.
My father was one of the first foresters here in Helan Mountains, and I was born as a Helan kid. I have a strong sense of belonging here.
Like any true adventurer, he says he prefers life in this wilderness rather than any urban jungle.
The silence in forests is real to me, while urban life seems elusive and full of anxiety. I feel comfortable staying with forests.
When he's not tackling poachers, Sun and his 2-man team spend most of their time monitoring the health of flora and fauna on the reserve. Chinese rangers are renowned for their hard-working ethic and the time they spend away from home. It's a life Sun's wife and daughter have had to get used to.
They are fine with that now. My kid never says, "I miss you, Dad." She is used to me not being around. She's 13 now. She knows that her dad is seldom at home. He has to stay in the mountains.
There's no missing the unique connection Sun has with the land. To ward off loneliness, he's taken to writing poetry, which he dedicates to the forest.
I think being alone pushes me to do much more in the limited time I have. I won't waste time. When I'm alone, I try to do something. I read, write, and plant trees. These all have a positive impact on me.
The forest Sun protects is part of a green wall, planted to hold back the expansion of the encroaching Gobi Desert. The project is on track to be finished around 2050.
The forest coverage of the mountain has grown a lot. To be honest, I never thought they could all grow up so fast. I'm very happy and proud.